Hello children, this week we'll be focusing on shading and contrast. At the end of today's class, we should be able to define shading, contrast, and tone. We should also be able to represent these tones on drawn objects. What is shading? Shading is the gradual use of tones to add value to any drawing. There are basically 4 types of shading, namely hatching, blurring, cross-hatching, and pointillism. Contrast. The word contrast simply means difference. Contrast is showing a clear distinction between the varied tones on drawn objects, as will be seen in subsequent slides. On this particular slide, you have before you various objects drawn and shaded. The second layer of the slide shows us a series of representation, beginning with the ordinary drawing where you start from to the last section, which shows the finished work. And the next slide you're about to see is a presentation on how to create your tones on the objects. It begins with the lightest to the darkest. Now a tone is any stage in the variation of a color material or a drawing material. Now when you use these values, it will help your shading and contrast technique in drawing. This is an example of the use of these tones, and this is what your finished work will look like when you apply these tones. So I'm going to demonstrate how you begin. Before you create your tone, you have to create your drawing. Now, when you want to start your presentation of tones, begin with the lightest tone so you can manage your color values. After you've created your tone, your lightest tone, you may now add other tones according to how you see the light displayed on the object. Now from this drawing, my direction of light, my source of light is from the right. And so as it goes towards the left, it becomes darker. This part that tends to look like white are the points of highlight where the light strikes most on the object. At the bottom here, there's a shadow cast of the object on the floor. Be sure that your object has a base where it's seated so that it won't seem as though it's floating in the air. Now this is what I expect you to do following the assignments given to you. Thank you. Note, when creating your shades, make sure that there is contrast between the lightest and darkest portions of drawn object. Assignment: place an apple beside a mug on a table and make a representation of it using pencil. Please submit completed work on
resumption. Thank you.